Hey everyone, this is Darcy Carlton, and I am going to go over Resource Center training. Now, when we get you in the system, you're going to get an email from Exit, and in that email is going to give you a six-digit roster code. And then, so you're going to use that for your sign in. Your default password, which you don't change, is going to be the first four of your last name, followed by the pound sign, and then followed by the last four of your social security number. That's always going to be your password to sign in. So when you sign in, you're going to be at a screen like this. And this screen, it's kind of like a file box. So you're going to have tabs here, and you're going to be able to click on different things within these file cabinets. Just kind of view it as a file cabinet. So there's a lot of resources in here, and you will go through training, which I'm going to show you where to find that. I do recommend you do this training because it is going to take you through everything you need to know about this resource center. So to get to that training, you're going to go to this training tab sorry, my video is kind of blurry. Go to e-manuals, click on that, the e-manuals, and it's going to bring you to this area. So as you can see, it says Agent Success Plan. If you're new to real estate, you're going to open that email and do e-manual and do that one. Or if you're just new to the Exit brand. So I'm going to open the e-manual for new to the Exit brand. That means that you've been an agent before and have been with another agency, and you have some experience. So it's very simple to follow through. If you would just go through all this, it's going to tell you how to set up your Exit roster code. It's going to give you a welcome package. There's going to be videos within each page. I highly recommend that you watch each video, and kind of touches on a lot of things like disc personality, talks about how to help buyers and sellers. Lots of valuable information that you're going to need to run your business. Okay, so the first video covered how to get signed into your resource center. Now we're going to dive into your little file cabinet up here. First thing we're going to go to is properties. Sorry, I got to sign in again. Now, if you've been an agent previously, you're really going to love this and be super impressed. If you're new, you should still be impressed. So these are the listings that we have right now in the office. So I'm just going to click on one of them. And it's going to bring up all your property details. Now, the thing is, it's only going to have who is listing this property. You cannot change that. Or you're not supposed to change that anyway, because it's actually their property. So you want to do a flyer for an open house. You're going to click on flyer. It's going to generate right here. If you want to change the photos that they auto generate, you can by clicking that. You're just going to hit download, save, and then boom, you have a beautiful flyer all ready to go and marketed with the listing agent on it. Okay, so the next thing we're going to go over is the Exit Ad Center for paid ads. You go to the properties file cabinet and you go over right there to Exit Ad Center. Now, Exit has a agreement or contract with Facebook where once you put everything in and post, your post will go immediately. You know how with other things you have to wait until they approve it. With this, you do not. There is several templates that you can use and just plug in your information. You'll have to go in and set up your payment information for your paid ads. And it's very self-explanatory in how to do this, but if you need more help with that, get together with Marsha and we will go over that with you. Another thing that is offered is a thing called AdWorks paid marketing. This is totally option. This is not a free part of your website. And as you see, if you have questions, you can schedule a free 15-minute session with the team to learn how to run campaigns. You can actually target ads by zip code, stream TV commercials, ads for your listings, all kinds of things. So if you want to know about that, more about that, let us know. Okay, next little file cabinet we're going to go into is called People. And here you're going to have all your contacts. Now you can import your contacts if you have a CRM already. But this is also going to be where if you get a lead from your mobile business card, they are going to be in here once they've sent you a message or downloaded your mobile business card, it'll go in here. That's another thing that we will need to set up is your mobile business card and your Smart Sign codes that you will have both. They're two different settings. My one is just text Darcy to 85377, and then for my Smart Sign is Darcy Homes or something like that. So they're two different ones. So the Smart Sign, if people are standing in front of a house in, say, Alabama, if they text your code to that 85377, your app will be able to pull up information about that home they're standing in front. That's pretty amazing stuff. And then when they do that, when they text that code and it comes back to you, you get their lead and say, hey, I noticed you're standing in front of a house in front of Alabama. Can I help you? And then you can get them in touch with an agent there and get a referral. Quick little tip there. Okay, in order to get your mobile business card set up, there's a search bar up at the top. You're going to type in mobile business card, hit search. First one, mobile business card, you're going to click on it. You're going to click on it. There we go. And very easy to set up. So you can have, I believe, 3 of your own. You can have different codes. I just have 2, one for my mobile business card, which is text my name to 85377. And then my Smart Sign is text Darcy Homes to 85377. So here is where you will enter your own information. So that is how you get that set up. All right, moving on. We're going to go to marketing next. And my internet's being slow. So many things. This needs to be your best friend. There's so many things in this marketing center. There's actually videos in your training that you can watch on how to fully utilize your marketing center. This is where you're going to find your buyer and seller presentations. You will find training videos, like I said, to learn how to create those. Super easy. It's just like step by step. You almost can't mess it up. There is social and video. So Exit actually has all kinds of social postings for you in here, which is, I'll get to that in a minute. Digital print, this is where you're going to find your logo and standards, and it'll tell you exactly how you can use your logos and on what background and stuff like that. There again, lots of educational things here for you. All right, so I talked about in the Marketing Center how there is a lot of things you can use for posting. I know it's always hard to come up with content. This is all for you guys to use. All kinds of things. You can put in filters. You can put in what type, like if you want images or videos, I'm going to say images, and then which social platform you're going to be using. So say Facebook, and it will tell you who it's geared towards. Like here, it's for consumer. Here it's going to be to brag about our technology. This is branding. And then there's also a lot for recruiting. So play around with those, download, and use them as much as you'd like. Okay, next we're going to go back to the training. I know we started with that with the e-manuals, but there is so many more tabs, as you can see. Most of the stuff on here is free. There is some mindset training sort of things that they are paid. They're more like a course, and that's entirely up to you if you want to do that. But there's plenty of free things in here to get you going. There's podcasts if you like to listen to podcasts. You can listen online very easily. There's mindset training, which is great. But these are all done by people that have been very successful in real estate. And it'll talk about your trainers. You can view their bio, kind of get a feel for who you think you might connect with. Angel Tucker does a lot of the disc training. And there's mindset courses, which these are paid, but like I said, there is a lot of free things in here as well. So check out all of these tabs. Okay, last tab I'm going to go over is the sponsoring, and you have access to a sponsoring center, it's called, where you can send a residual income calculator. So the residual income comes from when you invite someone into Exit as an agent and they're a good fit for us and we hire them, then you become their sponsor. That doesn't mean you have to train them or anything. You've invited them in and that's it. We train them, we take care of them. So how Exit gives you a bonus for that is, depending on how they do sales wise, you can get up to $10,000 a year every year for inviting them in. So this is really, really a good tool. More or less, if you bring in 3 agents and they only they don't cap, it's called, and you just get $5,000 from them, within 10 years, that will be almost $1 million for you just for inviting people in. So that's pretty cool. So you have a share tab, you can share that. But lots of tools if you want to get into that aspect of recruiting and inviting people into the company. So when you're on your home page, you're going to have this little news thing here, what's new with Exit, and you can read more. It's just information things. It's going to pop up and tell you if you've received any codes from your mobile business card. Your page is going to look different than mine because I'm an administrator, but here's going to be your listings and the leads you have and how many mobile business cards you've sent. And then as an administrator, I can see what you're doing too. So I know if you've been utilizing that and sending mobile business cards. In fact, every once in a while, we'll have a little contest to see who can send the most. So when you are on your main desktop, you'll also see something that says My Office. So this is specific just to our office, and these are documents that I have loaded to help you, like an average utility sheet, a courtesy home inspector list, courtesy lender, all sorts of things that you might need to help you conduct your business. You can, of course, use your own people that you recommend, or look at that and tweak, download it and change it yourself and keep it in your files, whatever helps you there. Okay, resources tab has a lot of things on there for you. Contact lists, so that would be like if you're going to do a referral to another exit agency somewhere, that will pull up different offices throughout the United States. Spirit of Exit will match dollar per dollar any fundraising efforts that you do, and that's where you click to get the paperwork for that. This Realtor Property Research, it's the RPR. It's a benefit of being a NAR member, and that helps to create reports and a CMA. And there's actually a video that you need to watch on how to use that. You can do like economics, school zones, trade reports, and all kinds of interesting things with that. The Overnight Express tab is updates for our technology, because they are constantly updating the technology to make it better. So that's definitely another tab that you need to click, and you can't hurt anything, so just click and learn how to use it. Okay, that pretty much covers all of the Resource Center training. Anytime you have questions, make sure you call me, text me, anything. I'll try to walk you through, or we'll get together and get through it. And we also just want to welcome you, and we're so glad to have you. Toma, Kim, Warren, and I, we're all very pleased you've joined us. And please feel free to come to any of us anytime you have questions or concerns.